Sonaton produces about 60 to 70 new productions every year, so because of that we need a lot of new music suggestions, styles, and over the years a lot of these productions have yielded some great fun stories and backstories. I'd love to share some of those with you now. One of my favorite tracks is a track called Target from Martini Lounge, and that's from the 3 CD lounge collection, Martini Lounge, Lounge Exotica, and TV Lounge. And that came out of the resurgence of lounge music and bachelor pad music from the 60s. And these recordings were actually original 60s recordings that were remastered and given the Esquivel treatment. So those have proven to be a really popular series of CDs. There's a CD called Walking Bass, and there's several great tracks of walking bass on the CD, but one of them is called Slap Walk, and that was done also from a client's suggestion when Seinfeld was just becoming the rage and really popular. So the slap bass through Seinfeld made this huge impact on library music, so we decided to do a bunch of slap bass tracks, and that CD and the 2 or 3 volumes that succeed it have become the most popular library CDs in Sonaton. A CD called Mechanical Instruments. That was an early CD done in Austria with music boxes, and this CD was done authentically in this store that had nothing but musical and music boxes. And they realized that with people coming and going in the store that they had to find a quiet place to record this CD, and the only place in the entire store that they could find was the men's room, the toilet. So they actually took their equipment into the men's room and recorded the entire CD in the toilet. And speaking of Austria, there's another SAS CD called Authentic Austria. And of course these authentic CDs are done in the countries themselves. And Gerhard Narholz had actually come across an Alpine band just in a small village, and he thought they played so authentically, and not particularly professionally, but authentically, that he wanted to record them. So he commissioned them and brought them into the studio. But between the time he commissioned them and the time they came into the studio, they had actually practiced really, really hard. So unfortunately he didn't get quite the somewhat amateur, authentic sound he wanted, because they ended up sounding much more professional than he originally had planned. But as a result, this ensemble is on this CD, and they sound like a really good Alpine band. we like to have fun when we make productions, so one of the Halloween and sci-fi productions that we wanted to do needed, of course, to have a theremin. So we were fortunate enough to find a theremin, and rather than just have, you know, some professional musician play it, we decided to bring it on board a little cruise boat that we rented to host a party for the APM staff back in the mid-90s, I think. And we decided to have the APM staff be the theremin musicians. So there are two CDs. There's one called The History of Sci-Fi, a dramatic workshop CD, and another one called Holiday Entertainment. And both of those include the theremin played by the APM staff members. Sonaton also went to Cuba, which is a rare feat, and was able to record authentic Cuba, an SAS CD, in Havana with members of the Buena Vista Social Club. So again, as a result, this CD it's just gorgeous sounding and includes some amazing Cuban musicians and members of the Buena Vista Social Club. There's a track in particular, I think it's track number 1, called Son La China.